What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? The title of the video is I'm Building an Empire. See, the title of the video is I am building an empire. The title of the video is I'm building an empire. A kingdom, really. A kingdom. So, now, people look at, people ask me, what do I mean when I say I'm building an empire? Because I'm doing this gospel. You feel me? Now, like I said, a lot of people are looking at views, or especially these pastors. Feel me? These pastors are looking at views and looking at followers. Feel me? Followers of congregation. Followers of views. So a lot of people are looking at views. A lot of people are looking at congregation. You feel me? They're looking at views. They're looking at congregation. You feel me? A lot of people are looking at views. A lot of people are looking at congregation. Now, they tell you if you have 10,000 congregations, you're a prospering pastor. If you have 5,000, you're a prospering pastor. If you have 3,000, you're a prospering pastor. You know what I'm saying? If you have 2,000, 1,000, 500, 300, 400, 200, you are a prospering pastor. You're on the rise. Now, what I want to say is this. You feel me? Now, what I want to say is this. I'm not worried about all that. Some people look at people's views and say, oh, he doesn't get views. He's not making money. Some people look at people's views and say, oh, he doesn't get views. He's not making money. Oh, he doesn't get this, he doesn't get that. If he doesn't have followers. So he's not doing nothing. Now, first of all, I have followers, all right? But the way this topic on Pastor Chris don't playing it, they're hacking pages with magic and disguising your view like they disguise people and hiding your views and hiding your followers and hiding my followers. But this is the thing that I want to tell these people. Even though that's why they're trying to hit me with, or you don't have followers, or you're not prospering, or you're not getting no streams, you're not doing, you don't have followers, you're not getting no streams, you're not getting none of that. So this is what I have to tell them. I don't need followers or streams when I'm signed to Sony, man. I'm not signed to Sony, but I have a deal with Sony. I don't need none of those things. You feel me? Because like I told you, I get paid for true prophecies and false prophecies. I get paid for true teachings and false teachings. I get paid for everything. I get paid for miracles, signs and wonders, showing my powers. I get paid for all type of shit. I get paid for just talking, even if it's not about the gospel. I get paid for posting. I get paid for a lot of things. You feel me? But I get paid more for true prophecies. And I get paid for false prophecies, but I get paid more than my false prophecies come to pass. You feel me? Now, there's a lot of things I get paid for. You feel me? On my teaching, I get paid for teaching the Word of God. Now, my deal with Sony is to prove the Holy Book's true, prove the Bible true, the Holy Book's true, to prove prophecy is true. Feel me? And then I throw in the end time prophecies because we're in the end time prophecies. The Bible had the end time prophecies. You feel me? So, my thing with Sony is I'm teaching. Feel me? Sony will be the ones who go out there and find the fans for me, promote my content, and reach the fan base for me. Feel me? So I'm not even on this, your YouTube platform. Feel me? I'm on a whole different platform with Sony. I just post on YouTube, and Sony probably gets the video and posts on their channel. And now I have my own platform. Feel me? I had a 35% for me, 35% for Mike Myers and Shadalow, and 30% for Sony Deal, which I'm the majority stakeholder. I have 35%. You feel me? I'm the majority stakeholder. I have 35%. I want y'all to understand this and understand my percentage. Feel me? I had 35%. Now I get 70%, and they split 30% between three of them, 10% each. But back then I had 35%. So I have been building my empire, man. I call it my empire. You feel me? I have been building my empire. You feel me? I have been teaching the Word of God, building my kingdom, building my ministry. You feel me? See, a lot of people cannot go through the sweat and tears of building a ministry. You feel me? They cannot go through the sleepless night, the teachings, teaching people truth teachings. Even though they don't have followers, even though they don't have views, they were being quit, or they were being went and got demons. Feeling that they were being quit, they were being went and got demons. Feel me? To be their congregation. Like a lot of these false pastors are. You feel me? So I'm building my empire. Feel me? Now I want y'all to understand that with building an empire, a ministry is kind of different. Feel me? That's why I got the deal with Sony first. Feel me? I wasn't worried about the streams or the views or the followers. I know Sony will do the promotion and all that stuff. I know with Sony I have followers because I'm with Sony. Who's with a label and don't have followers? Feel me? But this lady, Tafadel Posh Chris, and her people are trying to hide my followers because some of them are not on yet. They've been trying to hide my followers since the beginning. Feel me? And them trying to hide my followers on the platform. Feel me? Because they wanted me to quit. Because they got jealous because I got to deal with Sony. Feel me? So they want me to quit. Feel me? Now, Sony paid me for Sony so many things. Feel me? I know I'm dead. Now, if you on my shoes, you are dead. You meet Sony. you meet a man named Michael Myers in Charlotte, Michael Myers, and he introduced you to Charlotte. You met Michael Myers, because I was doing that through Michael Myers. Charlotte was behind when the label connects. So you meet Michael Myers. He came up with a Michael Myers movie. The Michael Myers movie is about him, because I asked him about it. He said, yes, the Michael Myers movie is about him. It's his movie. So he came out with a movie, Michael Myers. You feel me? And then he connected me with Sony and gave me a deal. Hooked me up with a great deal, with a great percentage, 35%. And I had the highest percentage in the deal. And he and Charlotte split 35, and Sony get 30%. Understand? Y'all might come up, and he told me this was my foot in the door as ministry goes. So I've been building my ministry. Understand? I want people to understand this. I'm not worried about views, or I'm not worried about followers. I can give a damn if anybody follow me. I could care less if anybody view my music, my content. So all that shit that Top Dog Podcast is doing, hiding my content, my views, and hiding all those things, does not matter to me. It doesn't matter to us. It doesn't matter to me, it doesn't matter to Trippy, it doesn't matter to 6ix9ine Live, Richie, Bashiri. They have views, they have followers. They can't hide their followers or their views. I got mine different. Because I wasn't really on that following shit or trying to get view shit. And then they killed Michael Myers Shout Out before we could actually do the whole rollout and presentation. So then they tried to influence it, and then try to go through their pastors and influence the people, you feel me, to try to steal my stuff, to steal my money. So they did all this stuff to try to steal my money. But I don't care about the views or followers. Do you know why? Because I have a company that's paying me good. And they're paying me way good. My money is just stacking up. I have not touched my money since I started this shit in 2016. I have not touched my money. And I don't intend to touch my money right now. When I get to heaven, I will see those people again, and I will touch my money. See, my goal wasn't about the money. It was about the money for me, don't get me wrong. I'm all about my check, it was about the money. But it really wasn't about the money, it was about saving souls. I know if I got the deal, they pay me, I can just let it stack up and do my teaching and save souls. Then when I save the souls, you feel me? I can reach them back up to them and get my money when they go to heaven. I already had a plan. I was going to take them to heaven, then I was going to lock them up in heaven, and then they will give my money when I go to heaven. And then I see all my views and all my subscribers and all my followers there in heaven. And you feel me? So this Top Dog and Pastor Chris are trying to make it look like, oh, you don't have no followers. Oh, you don't have no streams. I've been looking at them like, bitch, you don't have no followers. You don't have no streams. You only have 400 and some followers, and not even 400 and some people listen to your video. You barely get 200,000 views. You get 200,000 views once in a blue moon when you use bots to hit your views. You said you have 7 billion people following you, 7 billion people, but you don't have 7 billion streams on YouTube. You said you have 7 billion people following you on all platforms. Bro, you should be rich as hell. But you don't have 7 billion people following you nowhere. You don't even have 1 million people on your page. You have 400 and some thousand followers. And not only 400,000 followers watch your videos. That's why you don't put all your videos there, because you see that all your videos don't have views. Tafadora doesn't have views. She only has 20,000 people following her. 20,000 people subscribe to her. See, like I told you, it is bad when you have a lot of followers and nobody engages with your content. Do you understand? It is bad when you have a lot of followers and nobody engages with your content. Nobody engages with your content. It is not bad when you don't have followers, because you don't have followers. So nobody engaging, nobody engaging your content. So you're trying to build your following, subscribing base up. But when you have followers and your followers are not following you, or you have low following than the actual followers that you have, it is bad. You feel me? It is bad. Because you have followers. That means you have fallen off. It don't matter if you say, I was famous or I'm famous, bitch, you have fallen off. That's why there's a news on YouTube saying, doing Revelation Archive, Unsolved Shadows, Heaven's Light. You feel me? Those YouTube channels are saying that all y'all pages, all y'all churches have fallen. All the mega churches have fallen. All you churches have fallen. All your churches have fallen. Do you understand me? So I'm building an empire. So I'm focused on building my empire, which is my teachings. Cause I know when I go viral, when I go to heaven, I'm gonna make it. I already know that Sony already reached out to people, and I have a lot of followers. But these pastors will not allow me to see my followers, because they want to play a game. And now Sony them going to heaven. Feel me? They'll operate everything from heaven. Feel me? I don't have access to them right now. T.L. Meyer, Shiloh them, all of them are going to heaven. They went to heaven a long time ago. The people have gone to heaven. They went to heaven a long time ago, like 2020, around that time. They went to heaven a long time ago. So I don't have access to them right now. I do have access to them. I can get on my angel, but I don't want to do all that right now. So I'm just holding off until I get to heaven. You feel me? When I get to heaven and I see them, I will get on my things. Not like I'm not going to get my money, what I'm doing. So I'm not worried about the money. Like I know I'm making the money. So now, because you got to understand, I need the content. You need the content to make the money. You feel me? People watching it. I have my new platform. People watching it. So I create the content. The teachings. My teachings are my content. One of my content is my teachings, my talkings. You know what I'm saying? Then when I get to heaven, feel me, if I'm doing more content, like acting, movies, all type of things. You know what I'm saying? Storyline, jokes, or discussions. You know what I'm saying? Stream, talk to people live, all type of things. So that's one of my content. You feel me? So that's why I try to tell people, man. Feel me? I'm not so much as worried about the views and the followers and the money right now. Even though I want the money, I'm making the money, I'm not worried about having access to it right now. You feel me? I know I will have access to it when I go to heaven, because everybody's in heaven waiting on me. Feel me? They're waiting on me. So I have to finish my job here, which is to teach. When I teach, people see my content. The people see my content, and then I will get paid for it. Feel me? And then I will get paid for it. You feel me? So that's what it is, though. You know, your motherfuckers just be mad because they ain't got shit. Yo, they just mad because they ain't got shit. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no followers. They ain't got no views. Nobody following them no more. People in their church is falling. They're using demons. You feel me? I cut off everything on them. I bought everything on them. I tricked them to sign my contract so that when they hiding and lying, feel me? Because they want to steal money. They've been trying to steal money for years. They haven't got not one of my dime yet. If they haven't got not one of my money, then I sign everybody. Then I have access to everybody's stuff. Now I protect everybody's funds. You feel me? They haven't got not one of my dime yet. You feel me? That's why they mad. That's why that bitch $5 Apostle Chris mad. Because they want to steal her and the people in their generations. Her children or daughters, they mad because I don't want to be with them. You feel me? They mad because I don't want to be with them. I don't want nothing to do with them. You feel me? That's why they come at different women, disguising themselves as different women, this and that, thinking I will be with them, man. Nobody wants to be with them, man. Nobody want them, man. Nobody's studying them. I'm not studying $5 Apostle Chris. See, that's why, like, bro, when anybody always tell me that, oh, well, yeah, you have to teach Jesus, oh, yeah, to be famous. You have to teach Jesus to make money. If you go back to teaching Jesus, oh, yeah, your teaching are good, but you have to teach about Jesus, I'll be like, bro, how much money are you making and you teaching about Jesus? People nowadays are making shit and not teaching about Jesus. You feel me? People make a lot of money and not teaching about Jesus. You that is teaching about Jesus, how many followers do you have? All these pastors don't have followers. All these people don't have nobody watching their content. Even the demons not watching their content. You know, even the demons that they have come to their churches for straight up. And that's why you see them with a lot of people in their churches, but they don't have a strong internet, a strong online presence. I mean, they don't have an online presence. Feel me? They don't have no followers online. Feel me? Because nobody listens to them. Even the demons don't even go and watch the videos over and over again. They know all that thing is a charade. You feel me? But me, I'm building something great. I'm building a kingdom, an empire, a kingdom. I'm building an empire. And I've reached a lot of people. And I have sown it. I have sown one of the biggest labels. And then I bought all the big three. I bought all the smaller labels, the minor labels. I bought all the major labels, the minor labels, and the independent. I bought everything. So I have a whole calamity of people that are working for me, that are pushing my gospel, and I'm reaching a lot of people throughout the whole existence on earth. Feel me? So I don't really argue with people about that shit because I just let them do that magic because they're using magic and you feel me? They want to disguise, they want to hide views, follow. They're thinking about followers and views and money and hiding things. They feel me? That's going to make them so rich. They've been hiding my things for years and they still ain't got a million views. They thinking they hide my views and my followers, that they're going to get a million views. They're going to somehow tell everybody to follow Jesus and follow them. You feel me? And be like them, but everybody left them. And now they're trying to use them to convince demons that Jesus is God. Feel me? Because they're scared of triple red. Nobody stunned that shit, man. Nobody stunned that shit. Nobody stunned that shit. Nobody stunned that shit. That shit is trash. So that's all we want to tell y'all, man. That shit is trash. So we just want y'all to know, man. You feel me? Nobody stunned that shit. But anyway, that's it, man. You feel me? Like, I have my own deal. I have my own empire I'm building, my kingdom I'm building. And, you feel me? I'm building a great thing. I'm not worried about all that. When I get to heaven, October, November, I'll get all that. You feel me? I'm not worried about all that. So I just want to clear that out the way. Be blessed, everybody.